It seems like DDG has been in battle mode the entire year of 2025 so far. From the beats earlier this year with people like Myron Gaines and Low Tier God, as well as the ongoing Halle Bailey drama, DDG just keeps having problems with people. I mean, the Bruce Drop 'Em Off beef almost reignited, and I almost forgot about the beef he had with Soulja Boy, which is also due to the Halle Bailey drama. And then recently he's been beefing with his own audience because of his dating show and all the drama that went down there, and we can get into that another time. But someone who will find themselves on DDG's hit list will be the streamer Reggie, better known to people as Lil Rodney's son or Girl He Funny. Nigga got hella name. But before we get into this beef any further, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and let's go ahead and run that intro. So the beef between DDG and Reggie initially started when DDG and Reggie had a bit of a back and forth over Reggie saying he is not the biggest fan of DDG's music.
That ass. I still think that nigga DDG music is ass.
But things would get serious when Reggie's ex-girlfriend or girl he was talking to, I don't know if they were in a relationship or anything, but a girl he was dealing with got mentioned by DDG. For context, Reggie was talking to a girl named Raya or Rhea. I think it's Raya. I don't really know. Doesn't really matter. But he cut contact with this girl because she did something that he personally didn't like. That something in question is when she promoted a Cash App scam to her own fam. And Reggie had an issue with this as it is a personal principle of his to not scam your own fan. I know, crazy that somebody would think not to scam their own fan. You would think all creators would have this sort of personal principle, but I guess not. But also, since Reggie was kind of the person to put her on, I think he also made it felt a degree of responsibility for anybody who may have gotten scammed. But anyway, DDG would then comment on the situation, and Reggie was not too big of a fan of his response.
She posted Cash App scams. She got paid for a promo.
Mind your business, bro. Mind your business, gang. Focus on that trash ass music, my nigga.
And after this, DDG will respond to this clip, kind of warning Reggie to not start a beef with him because if he does, he might not like how things turn out.
I'm not the nigga you want to do this with. I don't give a fuck if niggas saying you trolling, whatever. I don't play like that. I'm not the nigga you want to do this with. Because I'm going to keep going, bro. Like, I don't want to do it with you. You feel me?
And things would just kind of continue to go back and forth between the two, with them kind of just both speaking on things, but nothing really too crazy, right? Other streamers would also get involved into this situation as Reggie was just kind of beefing with a lot of different people for like no reason at all. For like a couple weeks straight, he was just like, you know, fuck these niggas, just to say it. Like he did for no real reason. It was just fuck them for life, you know what I'm saying? And just burning a lot of bridges, which I personally don't think was very wise, but he said he doesn't care because to him the only bridge he will never burn is with Kai, because that's the person who changed his life. But then things would heat back up when DDG started up another stream when he mentioned Reggie once more, and he was just saying a whole bunch of different things, like saying Reggie is broke for only making 100K a month from Twitch.
No, bro. I can look at your VODs. I can see how much money you're making. Bro, you're barely touching 100 a month. Barely. Not even if you did, you maybe touched it once or twice with the stimmy. That's it.
Like, what a loser, am I right? I mean, could you guys imagine only making 100K from Twitch? Come on, man, 100? Like, what is this guy, broke? I mean, I personally make at least 500K a month. You know, that's just from one, you know, stream of revenue alone. You know, that doesn't count everything I'm doing. I mean, come on, 100K? What are we talking about? Poverty here? Like, is it not insane to call somebody broke for only hitting 100K a month? Like, most people don't touch that in like a few years, but okay. DDG will also say that Reggie is both short and petite. Petite is crazy.
Goofy. Stupid. Dummy. Girl, he funny. No, girl, he petite. Girl, he got the same body as you. Fuck wrong with you, nigga. Petite bitch. Girl, he petite. Girl, he petite, girl. Oh, girl. Hey, you want a motherfucker? Girl, should I talk to this nigga? Nah, girl, he petite. Little short bitch.
But like, if we're really being serious, that is the pot calling the kettle black. Cause like, what? Like, obviously Reggie is a very small guy. He probably about 5'2" max, and that's probably on a good day. You know, if he got a nice balanced meal, got a good cup of OJ for the vitamin C, you know, whatever, maybe he's standing at 5'2". I mean, he's shorter than Kai, and we all know Kai got that Kevin Hart build. So yeah, Reggie is a hobbit for sure. But DDG, it's like, bro, you short too, bro. You about 5'6" max, and you know, maybe that's if you got your Balenciaga boots on or something, because buddy, you ain't that tall either. Besides DDG just clowning Reggie and just trying to make fun of him, things would really get serious when he would bring up Reggie's girl, saying he would take her on a shopping spree and he would do a stream with her and then raid her after the stream, you know, really just try to help boost her profile online.
Right, listen, you unblock me, okay? I'm gonna set you up. I'm gonna get you right, okay? I'm gonna do a stream with you. We gonna stream together. I'm gonna give you my ingest, and I'm gonna raid you afterwards, and I'm gonna take you shopping. I just want to show you how real niggas supposed to treat a girl.
And then things would go even further when DDG said he would want to fight Reggie in a boxing match, and basically just told him that when he sees him, it's up.
I want Reggie, next brand risk. Give me the lowest purse of the whole card. I don't care about the money. I just want to punch on him.
And then Reggie would then go on to respond to everything that DDG said, and he would first start off by being the bigger person and apologizing for everything he said, saying that, you know, he wasn't really in his right state of mind.
Yeah, I apologize to everybody. I don't even know why I got on here getting on my body. Like, I should have never did that, honestly. Suck my... All you suck my...
But really, Reggie would just kind of double down on everything he said before and really just making sure that DDG knew for sure that his music is trash. And how a lot of these content creators who talk a lot of shit, they not real street niggas. Which is, you know, a fact. You know, we beefing through videos, not like, come on, man. And while he did duck the fade from DDG, which is kind of weak, he did expose DDG for running a crypto scam of his own and scamming his own fans, which is insane to scam your own fans. And I think it's a part of the beef that really goes unnoticed and really just kind of went over everyone's head. Like, I see people hate on DDG all the time for like the most invalid shit, but then you have something like this, which is an actual legitimate reason not to like the dude. Like, again, it is insane to scam your own fans, the people who support you, the people that got you where you at, but nobody ever mentions this. The only person that ever brought it up was Reggie. But after this, things would eventually get even worse in regards to this beef, because people would also start taking sides, and it put somebody like Kai in a really interesting position. Since he is friends with both DDG and Reggie, he's tried to really stay out of it, and I see why. But because he basically changed Reggie's life overnight, like, Reggie was already building up some steam, but getting that Kai stamp of approval definitely shot him up into the stratosphere. So it's really kind of hard for him to just stay on the sidelines. But for a lot of people, DDG did cross the line where he put Reggie's deceased father as the lock screen on his phone, as Reggie really had a very complicated relationship with his father. But that didn't stop DDG from bringing him up in response to Reggie bringing up the Halle Bailey drama, even criticizing Reggie for not going to his father's funeral.
He ain't going to his daddy's funeral. You're a terrible person, Reggie.
And Reggie will respond to this saying he won't go as low as DDG did and bring up dead relatives.
I'm personally not going to diss his dead people because I know that shit is just unnecessary. These niggas don't got me mad enough for me to even want to do that.
But he would criticize DDG for using his own brother's death as a way to promote his YouTube channel. But not too long after, DDG would pretty much apologize to Reggie and take back what he did in regards to his father, and basically just squash the whole beef, saying that he got out of character due to all the things he has going on at the moment.
Reggie Pops was wrong. I'm not saying that because a nigga say anything on the internet. I'm not saying that because motherfuckers trying to chime in or whatever. I don't give a fuck if he dissed my brother that passed. I got out of my own character. That's something that I really don't do unless I'm really mad. But y'all know how I feel about what I'm going through right now. Nobody really knows what I go through mentally off camera or what I'm really dealing with. And when shit get piled up and you got little ass ugly ass little studs. Now I'm apologizing for what I said. It's still fuck you though.
And this is the reason I think DDG lost this beef, at least initially, because as I said at the beginning of this video, it seems that he's just constantly in battle mode with everybody, which isn't necessarily bad, especially for content, right? It's entertaining, but pretty much anytime anybody says anything to him or about him, he's ready to go to war. He's ready to go scorched earth. I mean, he literally said when he was going against Reggie, I'm gonna go as low as possible. Like, I don't know if it's that serious because dude said your music trash. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this leads to situations like the DreamCon situation. You know, dude comes out the crowd, calls him doo-doo garbage, and then DDG, he focuses in on that dude, and then his brother Dub and some other guys jump on the dude, and it just leads to this whole crazy situation that just didn't need to happen. Now, I'm not saying the dude could just go up to DDG and just say whatever he wants to him, but what I am saying is that DDG really shouldn't have paid any mind to that shit. Like, any nigga that's coming up to you to try to troll you while you on stream and doing something like what he did is a loser. Like, he clearly did that just for attention, but DDG gave it to him. Like, he just shouldn't focus on these things at all. And the same thing with Reggie. Reggie calls his music trash. Now you want to box him, you want to take his girl out, you want to bring up his dead father. Like, you're doing a whole lot just because the dude said your music was trash, right? You know he has a complicated relationship with his father. He has very unresolved things when it comes to his father, yet you brought him up anyway. You know, you want to take out his girl on a shopping spree and raid her stream, doing all this like real lame unnecessary shit. Like, I'm sorry, but the whole, oh, I'm gonna take your girl and do this stuff, that's kind of lame to me. I ain't gonna lie, but that's just me personally. I just think DDG was way too desperate to win this beef. A lot of these moves seem like desperate moves to me. Like, saying you're gonna take his girl on a shopping spree and boost her streams and all that, it's like, for what? Like, how does that hurt Reggie? All that does is just help this girl out for really no reason. And then, if anything, he almost got like used in that situation anyway, and it just didn't help. Like, how did that do anything for him? And I know Reggie did bring up Halo in the Halle Bailey situation, but again, bringing up somebody dead father, again, it was a desperate move. He said, I'm gonna go as low as possible. With somebody going as low as possible, they desperate. And you don't win a beef through desperation. You don't win anything through desperation. But with all that being said, DDG definitely lost the battle, but he may have won the war, and won in quotations, because, you know, I don't know. The reason I say this is because Kai is now doing his Mafiathon 3. By the time you see this video, it's probably over, because, you know, I'm always late with videos for some reason. And during the Mafiathon, anytime DDG was mentioned, you can see Reggie's whole mood just shift. He would leave the room sometimes, or he would just overall just look fed up, like he was just tired of being there. Or even when India Love, DDG's girlfriend, shows up to the Clover house, you can see Reggie just sitting there in the back, you know, just real quiet, you know, almost like he don't want to be there. Everybody else in the room is speaking to her, and they're just very present and participating what's going on. But for Reggie, it was like he wasn't even there. You could tell he's still kind of holding a grudge against DDG, and I get it, right? DDG did bring up his dead father, who, you know, he has a very complicated feeling toward. However, I just hope that Reggie doesn't let that grudge hold him back from season opportunities. I mean, he's on Kai's Mafiathon 3. That's a big thing, right? He could be making clips, just boosting himself up even more. But, you know, he's sitting in the back, he looking like a downer. You know, that's not gonna help him out. Now, I don't think Reggie fell off or something since the beef. I think it's kind of ridiculous that people are even telling him that. Like, somebody in his own chat said, I ain't gonna lie, bro, you fell off.
Damn, you my mans, but you did fall off. What the fuck you mean I fell off, man?
Like, damn. Like, I don't believe that. That's kind of crazy. But I just hope he doesn't shoot himself in the foot, so to speak, because he's still mad at DDG. I mean, he already burned a lot of bridges for no reason. So he really don't need to be moving with this mad energy just because DDG is brought up in conversations or something. That's why I said the winner isn't very clear here. On one hand, DDG clearly lost when this first went down. But for him to be in Reggie's head like this rent-free a couple months later is crazy, you know? I highly doubt DDG is still thinking about this shit anymore. Alright, so now we do have footage of DDG at Mafiathon 3, and like I said, now it's over, but it seems that him and Reggie did end up squashing the beef, so to speak. And again, I still think, like, I don't know if there was really any winners, but while DDG was there at Mafiathon 3, Reggie did get a couple more jokes off, like where he asked DDG's uncle to name 5 DDG songs. And I'm not gonna lie, it was looking real scary for DDG because the uncle named about 4 songs, and then he started struggling a bit. I'm like, oh, you gonna name a 5th song, right? Like, there ain't no way you DDG's uncle, you can't name 5 DDGs. Like, I couldn't name 5 DDG songs, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't DDG uncle. I don't even be watching DDG all life. But ain't no way you don't name 5 DDG songs, right? But he did end up naming a 5th DDG song. Also, there was a segment where DDG and Reggie were freestyling. Again, Reggie got another joke off saying that DDG couldn't see his you know what, right? Basically making a joke that he still can't see his son.
Nigga mad cause he can't see his what? He can't see the shit that be shining in the sky. Think about it. He can't see the shit that be shining in the sky.
Which, you know, I'm sure that got under DDG's skin. I mean, if you read between the lines of what he's saying, you know he's saying he can't see his son, right? So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Reggie did come out on top. DDG got a whole lot of shit going on right now. He been taking a lot of L's lately, and we gonna cover that beef that's going on right now between him and Jay Cinco in another video coming up real soon. So, but yeah. But let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Who do you think won the beef, so to speak? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, turn on post notifications, share this video. On the road to 2,000 subscribers. Like and sub so we can get there. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you to everybody's been subscribing. We're really trying to lock in. So, you know what I'm saying? Lock in with me. I'ma lock in, get these videos out for y'all. And I'm out though. Catch you guys next time.